All right, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that a tiny two-word phrase could completely flip the script on your most important conversations? Seriously, it's not some kind of magic trick. It's a really simple shift in how you talk that can turn a no into a let's try it. Today, we're breaking down that small question that creates absolutely massive change.
And this quote, it just nails it, right? We all think that to be persuasive, we need to make these big, bold statements. But, as you're about to see, the real power, well, it's often in what you ask, not in what you declare. So, picture this. There's a manager. Let's call him Tom. The first time he pitches a huge new idea, he walks in all fired up and says, "We must implement this now." You can probably guess what happened, right? Total shutdown. Arms crossed, the idea was toast. But then he tries a different approach. He comes back and asks, "What if we tested a small version of this first?" And just like that, the whole energy in the room changes. People are leaning in, brainstorming. He didn't force it, he invited them in.
Tom's story is the perfect example of this communication roadblock we all smack into. We try to push our ideas. We think if we just explain it harder, people will get it. But there's a simple little key that unlocks that door every single time. And here it is. The secret is moving from telling to inviting. Think about it. When you tell someone what to do, you're on one side of the table and they're on the other. But when you ask, what if, you're suddenly sitting on the same side looking at the idea together. You're making them a co-creator. Now, this isn't just some feel-good communication tactic. Oh, no. There is some real fascinating science behind why this is so incredibly effective. Let's take a peek at what's actually going on inside the brain. Okay, so look at the left side. When we hear a directive like, "you should do this," our brain immediately throws up a wall. It's that instant gut reaction of, "Hey, don't tell me what to do." But look at the right. A simple phrase like, "what if you tried this?" It's like a secret password. It completely bypasses that defensive wall and goes straight to the part of our brain that loves to solve puzzles and get creative. So here's the cool part. You're basically hacking the brain. Instead of triggering this danger mode that screams threat, you're switching on discovery mode. And that discovery mode releases dopamine. You know, the feel-good chemical that gets us excited about new things. All of a sudden, it's not your idea they're being forced to accept. It's a cool, new possibility that they get to explore. They feel a sense of ownership. Okay, so we get the why. It makes total sense. Now, let's get practical. It's time to move from the theory to actually building your very own what-if toolkit. And the formula, well, it could not be simpler, seriously. You just start with what if, then you plug in your idea, and you can tack on a potential benefit or another question to get the ball rolling. That's it. Let's see how this plays out in the real world. At work, instead of saying, "we need to change priorities," asking, "what if we flipped our priorities?" gets everyone on board. For personal stuff, instead of feeling overwhelmed by a huge goal, asking, "what if I just practiced for 5 minutes a day?" makes it feel totally doable. And in a tough conversation, "what if we reframed this?" can instantly de-escalate things. It's like a Swiss Army knife for communication. All right, you want to take this to the next level? There's one more little piece to add. It's so simple, but wow, it makes all the difference. I'm just going to show you. Imagine we're in a meeting and I say this. What if we approach this project differently?
Host is silent for 3 seconds.
That silence, that's the secret weapon. When you ask the question and then just stop talking, you give their brain a chance to actually catch up and think. It's not an empty space, it's a thinking space. It shows them you're not just waiting for your turn to talk, you actually want to hear what they have to say. Don't rush it. Of course, with any powerful tool, there are ways to mess it up. So let's quickly cover a couple of common traps to make sure you're getting this right every single time. This first one is probably the biggest and most common mistake, asking this great open-ended question and then immediately answering it yourself. You've just opened a door and then slammed it shut. So please, don't do this. What if we tried a new marketing strategy? I was thinking we should really focus on social media. You see? You've just killed the whole point. The right way is to ask the question, take that powerful pause, and then actually listen to what they come up with. And the second big pitfall is all about your tone. What if has to come from a place of genuine curiosity. If you use it sarcastically, it becomes a weapon, and it will absolutely backfire. Yeah, saying something like, what if you actually came on time, isn't a question. It's just a passive aggressive attack, and it's only going to build more resentment. But look at the alternative. What if we figured out a way to manage time better? One is blame, the other is a team huddle. World of difference.
Okay, you've got the science, you've got the formula, and you know the mistakes to avoid. Now it's time to stop thinking and start doing. So I've got a simple little challenge for you.
Here's the plan, just 3 days. Day 1, just notice 3 times when you're about to make a direct statement and flip it into a what if question. Easy. Day 2, level up. Do the same thing, but this time add that powerful 3-second pause. Day 3, this is the big one. Find a genuinely challenging or important conversation and try it out. Just watch what happens.
So, to wrap it all up, the big takeaway is that this one tiny phrase has a massive impact. It instantly lowers resistance, it builds real connection, it unlocks creativity in people you never expected, and it turns your idea into our idea. And that is a game changer.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. Don't worry about tomorrow or next week. Today, what's one conversation, just one, that you can transform with this simple, powerful question?